Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is my meditations. For those of you who are new to the channel, my meditations are basically my channel news segment, named as such because the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote a book called The Meditations, which was a personal journal of his that, luckily for all of us, was found and published. So I figure, it's kind of thematic. But the purpose of this video, and I haven't done a meditations in quite some time, is to kind of explain where things are heading moving forward on my channel. I was going to wait till later to do this, but I think I might be coming down with a cold, so who knows how many days I'm going to be off the mic, and I just wanted you all to know, without having to wait, now that my Pythium campaign is over, where things are headed from here. First of all, the game you're watching in the background of this video is Memoria by Daedalic Entertainment. It's an adventure game. I'm playing it, having a lot of fun with it. It's not something I would ever LP because it's an adventure game. There's only one correct way through it, and so it would be more like a walkthrough than an LP. But I figure for the background of this video, I recorded a little bit of me playing it. Thought you would have fun looking at it. It's a gorgeous game with wonderful music. Just don't get so into it that you're not listening to what I'm saying, okay? So, as I'm sure many of you are wondering, Marcus, what is next in the world of Dominions 4? Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is there are definitely at this point at least 2 nations that I am excited about doing a full-length LP on. The bad news is neither of them currently exist. One of them is a mod nation that a friend of mine is working on. I'm helping him out a little bit just in making sure that the wording is correct in English. Certainly I'm not playing any active role in developing it. It's all his. I'm just kind of copy editing. But I'm really excited about playing that one as soon as it'll be released, but I have no idea when that'll be. He's putting an awful lot of work into it. It's going to be a fantastic mod, and so it could be months. I don't know. The next nation is, if you own the game of Dominions and you have the manual, you will at least have read about it. It is called Uruk, and it has not been released yet, but the developers of Dominions are apparently at some point going to release it in a patch. Uruk is the Middle Age version of the Early Age nation of Ur that I played in my first Dominions 4 LP. I'm excited about it because I'm thinking it would be a great opportunity to have an Ursula comeback tour, with the story being basically that after she conquered the world in which she originally found herself, I believe it was the Streamlands, and ascended to a higher plane, she found herself on a new world with Enkidu. Only this is a different version of the Enkidu, and she'll now have to lead them to victory. Obviously, if the nation is too much like Early Age Ur, it won't be that much fun because it'll be too much alike. But from what I saw with the developers releasing the patch to Middle Age Agartha, well, actually I think they worked on all Agarthas, but I saw Middle Age because Tokshin played it. That was a really awesome nation. I mean, they did a lot of good work on it and made it fantastic. So I have every reason to believe that the Middle Age version of Uruk will be fantastic. And I just think it's kind of neat to go back to my roots and do an LP with Ursula and the Enkidu once again. And if for some reason the Anunnaki of Love and War is not a pretender choice of this nation, I will find some way to mod it in. And we will have the glorious, the beautiful, the wonderful, the canny, the triumphant Ursula once again. But these 2 are not currently available. So what am I going to do in the meantime? Well, it saddens me that my Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition videos only get roughly half the views of my Dominions videos because, frankly, I just really enjoy playing that game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I said I'd give it through the first chapter to see if I liked it and wanted to continue, and I'm not even through the first chapter yet, almost. Maybe an episode or 2. And I love it. I'm having a lot of fun. So I'm going to continue doing it, whether you like it or not. I hope that you do like it, and I hope many of you who haven't so far give it a try, because it's a good story. It's a fun game. The art is exceptionally good for its time, and I like the challenge and the enjoyment I get out of being able to LP a story-based game with tangible characters, in contrast to the turn-based strategy of Dominions. The next thing I was interested in perhaps moving into is I had a lot of fun with this current LP because it was based on Byzantium, which I am quite fond of. I have a lot of books on it. I'm very interested in the idea of it, but I felt like I didn't have a lot of time to talk about Byzantium because the way Dominions 4 is set up, you're either watching a battle or you're making moves. There's not a lot of downtime. And so, I've kind of been inspired by Surreal Beliefs' Rome campaigns where he, at the beginning of the battles, he takes a moment to explain certain aspects of Roman history, and I'd like to do something similar for Byzantium. So I've already played Byzantine Pythium, and I'm thinking, you know what, why don't I make it a running kind of series on my channel where at any given time I'm playing a game that is somehow connected to the Byzantine Empire. And there's quite a few of them out there. I would love at some point to play the Byzantine Empire in Europa Universalis 4, but that is an incredibly hard nation to start out with, and you're virtually guaranteed to lose unless a lot of things go your way, both in skill and in luck. So I'm just not ready for that. Maybe that will be the penultimate end point, and I will get to that at some point once I've taken a journey through a number of other games and obviously spent a lot of time practicing. But right now, two options that I think are worth considering are the mod for Medieval 2 Total War. It's called Broken Crescent. It's based on the Islamic world during the medieval times, but Byzantine Empire is in it. It's in the far west. Basically, the map stretches from Constantinople in the west all the way to India in the east. And that would be, I think I'd have a lot of fun playing the Byzantine Empire in that game. Plus, the format would allow me to talk a little bit more about the Byzantine Empire. I'll probably have to figure out a new recording solution besides using Fraps and Audacity, because even crappy games stutter and have problems with my current setup, even though my computer I feel is pretty decent. So I've been given some ideas of other software, and I'm going to look into that. The next choice would be, they just recently released, well, not recently, I don't know, but not too long ago, they released a mod for Crusader Kings 2 where you could rename everyone, not just your direct descendants, but all of your descendants. And I think you can even rename provinces if you want to. So I think that'd be kind of fun too, to play like a MarcusAureliusLP dynasty game of the Byzantine Empire in Crusader Kings 2 and name all of the children after my subscribers and people in the comments section. I think that would be kind of fun, and it would carry on the tradition of Dominions of naming people after, or naming characters after people. Now, granted, I'll probably end up having to assassinate most of you in order to keep my stranglehold on power, but hey, what's a little assassination between friends, right? So those were two ideas I had, and by all means, leave messages in the comments as to what you think. I'm not going to be doing a poll or anything, but let me know what your interest is. Do you think Medieval 2? Do you think Crusader Kings 2? If I continue this Byzantine kind of theme, I may have at some point get to both of them, but what would you like to see? Just let me know. I'd love to hear it. So my intention would be to spend roughly a third of my time with Baldur's Gate 2, roughly a third of my time with my Byzantine whatever campaign, and the remaining third of my time will be with Dominions 4, kind of the little things that I've been promising for a while but haven't delivered on. So the short 2 or 3 video tutorials on blood magic and communions and thugs and just different aspects of the game, different tutorials, more mod showcases, more short nation profiles where I can show off a nation without having to necessarily do a full LP on it. So those kind of little Dominions videos. So about a third of my time on each of those things, and then at the point where either one of these Dominions nations that I'm waiting for comes out or becomes available, then I will switch to doing a full-time LP on those, which will probably take the majority of my LPing time, and then the rest of the stuff will continue on in the weekends or, every 3 days or so. So that's kind of what I've been thinking, and that's kind of the direction I want to take the channel. I don't want to give up on Dominions. I'm going to continue doing small Dominions videos, but I don't really want to get involved in a big LP until one of these nations that I really want to play becomes available. Because they take a lot of work, man. This last one was 39 episodes, if you count the epilogue, and I don't even want to know how many hours that ended up being, but I think I could use a little bit of a break until the next full-length Dominions LP. So by all means, this channel is for me. It's for me to have fun, but it's also for you. Obviously, if I wasn't playing these games for you, I would just be playing them on my own and I wouldn't record them. So your opinions are very much welcomed, and I would like to hear what you have to say about these ideas that I have floated right now. So by all means, please leave comments and let me know what you think. I appreciate it very much. Now's as good a time of any for this, because I'll probably be offline for the next few days, off and on a lot over the next couple weeks. So I'm very happy that I was able to complete my Dominions LP before that happened. So thank you again for your commitment, for your comments, for your interest in my channel, and I appreciate hearing everything that you have to say. Have a good one, everyone.